name is Evelyn, and this is my first ever vlog on YouTube. My vlogs will be all about my red Swedish wooden cottage, the interior decoration, and the garden that I'm planning. The building of the house started on the 19th of October 2021, almost a year ago. My family and friends, they kept asking me about the progress and the building of the house, and so eventually I created a private Facebook group and started posting short videos and photographs. And some of my friends suggested to go online and create a YouTube channel with this kind of content. And this is what I'm going to do. The house is already standing, as you have seen from the intro, and most of the rooms have been furnished and decorated to some extent. But I will show you how it was done and what happened in the last year. And I want to talk you through the preparation, the planning, the building and the decorating of the cottage. A lot of DIY, painting walls, refurbishing old furniture, thrifting at flea markets and so on. And I will show you all the good things and all the fails. It all started in August 2019 when my boyfriend and I went on a trip to the Baltic states, to the Ukraine and to Finland. And there I saw all those lovely, colorful wooden cottages. And I knew that I wanted one of these wooden houses back home in Austria. At the time, I was living in a flat in Vienna and I spent more than 4 hours every day to commute to my workplace and back again to Vienna. And for some time, I had actually planned on moving nearer to my family and to my work. So after this vacation, I started looking for properties and also for companies that were building wooden houses. And I did find a Swedish company that is operating here in Austria and that I liked. And eventually I met up with this Austrian sales partner. It took me only 3 months to find a nice stretch of land of around 700 square meters in my hometown. I made a reservation on it on the 2nd of December 2019. But the purchase of the land was supposed to happen a couple of months later, but then we all know what happened. COVID hit and it wasn't before October 2020 that I was finally able to sign the sales contract for the land. The Swedish company that I had chosen offered various prefabricated houses, and my favorite one was a little cottage called Lina. But I wanted some alterations to the original plan. I wanted a bigger main bedroom, a smaller guest bedroom. I wanted a bathtub and a shower in the bathroom. And additionally, I also wanted a porch at the back of the house, not only at the front. So I met up with the sales partner at my land. It was December, it was freezing cold, 5 degrees. But because of the pandemic, we spent more than 2 hours outside discussing every detail of the plan. In January 2021, the Swedish architect sent me the first version of the blueprint, and I wasn't 100% happy, especially with the plan of the main bathroom. The placement of the toilet next to the shower had to be readjusted. And the best way to measure was to sit on a toilet seat and take measurements with the help of a temporary cardboard wall. I even simulated the roof slope with a string and a chair to get a better feeling for the space. So finally, the floor plan was finished and I signed the contract with the Swedish company on the 23rd of February 2021. To celebrate, my best friend and I had a glass of sparkling wine on my property, and it was a well-deserved one. After that, I submitted the blueprint to the municipality in order to get the official building permit. But while I was waiting for my permit, there were a lot of other things that needed to be done. The plan was to build a so-called energy-saving thermal base plate as the foundation of my house. The system is also called thermal activation of building structures, and the country of origin is Sweden, where the temperatures during the winter are much lower than here in Austria. But unfortunately, it's a system that you don't normally find in Austria yet. In order to build such a concrete base plate, the builders needed to know the composition of the soil underneath. And therefore, geotechnical engineers carried out geological corings and a soil survey for a technical report, and I had to submit this report to the builders. This thermal base plate system is different from conventional base plates. Why? Because the pipes for the sewage, the tubes for the electrical wiring and the underfloor heating are already laid in it. A wet screed is no longer necessary. You can lay the tiles and the floor directly onto this concrete foundation, and that saves a lot of time. But that also means you need detailed planning for the water connection, the sewage, the placement of the shower, the toilet, the heating, etc. on the ground floor, long in advance before you even build the base plate. And this is how the base plate looks like when it is finished. You can see the pipes sticking out of the ground. Therefore, I also needed a precise kitchen plan long before I had a house and before I even knew how the kitchen space would look like, because I needed to know the placement of the water connection, the sewage, the plugs. It was difficult, and I had different designs from 3 furniture shops, but in the end, I got my dream kitchen. On the 12th of April of 2021, I finally received my building permit. But due to COVID, the Swedish company had to postpone the start of construction until October 21. Of course, I wasn't happy about that, but looking back, it was definitely an advantage because I now had much more time for the preparation, especially to find craftsmen, electricians, plumbers, earthworkers, drywallers, carpenters. Due to the pandemic, it wasn't easy to find them. On the 3rd of August 2021, I got the official building plaque from the municipality. And this plaque must be attached to the construction site for the duration of the construction. 2 weeks later, I was already weeding the border of my property because the portable toilet was to be delivered a couple of days afterwards. And then it all began. But that's the story for my next vlog.